Hi, my name is Frank Macri, and I'm a retired account executive in an advertising agency. This is my wife, the ever-lovely Ora.
Hi, I'm an ex-flight attendant. I was a flight attendant for 42 years and I love to travel. Until I met Frank, then we settled down.
But now we're traveling big time. We're moving overseas to Italy to fulfill one of our mutual dreams. We must have looked at 25 houses in the area, and we liked them, but they weren't just right. This house, from the moment we saw it, always felt right to us. But this house had, in fact, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 kitchens.
So we expect a lot of company.
My grandfather was born in Italy, and all of our ancestors before him. In fact, my mother and father were born in Italy too. They immigrated to this country in 1913, about 100 years until we're moving back to Italy.
And my grandparents came here in around 1900s, the early 1900s. My mom and dad are the first generation born here, and they lived in this house, and I've lived in this house.
Well, when I first got married to Ora, she was living here, and the cabinets, such as they were this hideous shade of pink. She was a big fan of pink, if you can't tell.
You can tell.
So one of the first things we did was redo all the cabinets to 3/4-inch quarter sawn oak. These are all solid oak cabinets, and we doubled the counter space, we replumbed this whole area and installed a dishwasher.
My favorite thing in the house. The dishwasher.
Other than me.
Oh, other than my husband. And Frank carved all the fish. These fish that are here on the wall.
These fish, these decorative pieces were made for the most part out of old fence posts and things that we see, old artifacts around the farm. And then we also built a prep sink.
Just lots and lots of people have eaten in this kitchen. Easter.
We do big dinners out of here. This is a picture of my dad when he was just about 13 years old. And his name, of course, was Francesco, and I'm named after him. I'm Frank. This is his older brother, Giuseppe. Giuseppe's son is Joe, my cousin Joe.
Right.
And then my other uncle, I don't know if you ever met him or not. This is Vincenzo, and his son is Vince. And what's unusual is that although they're all 3 of us named after our respective fathers, I didn't have any children to carry on the line, and my uncle Joe, my cousin Joe, didn't have any children to carry on the line. So that's why it's so important that we go back to Italy. But the scope of the project is completely renovate the entire house as quickly as possible. The reason for that is while I have my anniversary at work on March 1st, I am perfectly aged to age 65 on March 9th, and I'm going to retire on March 10th. And I hope to be on an airplane on March 10th flying back to Italy. The issue with that is my cousin Joe will meet us in Italy on May 4th. So between March 10th and May 4th, we have to renovate the house or at least make enough rooms livable so that we can enjoy having company over there. Well, let me tell you a little bit about why I like to play Santa Claus. Santa Claus and Christmas is really one of my passions, so I really love playing Santa Claus. And when I deal with kids, I say, what would Santa Claus do?
I'm totally in love with the area we bought in. We looked lower in the south. We looked higher in the north. We like Basilicata area. It's mountainy. The area we've got is gorgeous. There's a beautiful winding road, creeks, trees. It's gorgeous.
And we're on 3 acres of land.
Doesn't hurt.
Now, the fact is that we wanted someplace quiet and remote, and we may have overstepped that by a little bit because this is very quiet and very remote.
That wall had come down. Well, we were just water in the house, everything. I know there was mold coming on the wall, one of the walls.
And the roof leaked and the balconies leaked. And nobody speaks English there. So I'm lucky that I speak a little bit of Italian.
I'm learning.
Let's hear your one sentence.
Io non parlo bene, ma sto imparando.
Very good. La Casa Cent'anni. It means a house of 100 years. And 100 years is very significant to us because not only does it recognize my grandfather coming to this country, it recognizes that we toast 100 years to your good health. And our house is about 100 years old in Italy as well.